Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls. So today, need to focus on the grass field and making hay out of it. The cows could use some, and of course the sheep and goats. They're getting kind of low on it over there as well. So a good hay making day is what we need. I already got the Landini with the tedder over there ready to rock and roll. They're going to be following behind us. We'll be in the fent, of course, with both mowers. Just gotta get the butterfly mower out of here. Should be in wide dropping mode. Should be in swath mode, but I will double check here. Well, actually, it's not gonna matter. The tedder is gonna turn the grass anyways. So once I get going, if it's dropping into the swath, I will go ahead and put it to wide dropping. But let's get that set. All right, put that down. Yeah, the mowers look kind of dirty. I probably should take care of them at some point, but overall I think they're fine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to check. Yeah, it is actually in swath dropping. Okay, let's go ahead and put it on widespread. All right. And let's get back here on the Landini. Oh, engine was running. I left it on, which was fine. Turn on the tedder. And then follow behind the fent, please. 25 meters. That should be fine. We should be all good. All right, let's hop into here and cut some grass, shall we? Yep, both mowers are on. We're good. I didn't see who's taken over in the Landini, but I'm sure they'll do a fine job. Once they figure out where they got to go, just give them a moment. You know, they're finding their way. All right, now they're waiting for me to go, so I think they're all set now. I hope. Yep, we're all good. So this won't take me too long to get done, and then of course I'll have to go down to the store. Probably take the Landini down to the store to grab the windrower, and of course the fent will be on the baler, and then of course we'll make a whole bunch of hay bales. The cows do need food today. I do have hay bales in storage, but we'll just take the ones out the field to feed it to them. I do need to take the hay bales that are in storage, restack them on the trailer, and pile them up because I kind of made a mess out of them, honestly, when I took some for the sheep and goats last fall, I think it was, somewhere around there. I kind of got to remember, though, I got to go just a little bit slower once in a while so Landini can catch up to us. I think the working speed of that is like 9 or 10 miles an hour, and I think we can mow at 14, somewhere around there. So I just got to let them catch up once in a while. Next month, I'll be putting some corn into that field right there. Hopefully with our new 7R John Deere tractor that we're waiting to buy. I need about $300,000 for that. We do have a good amount of material over at the refinery to sell, but not enough that's going to give us the John Deere itself. So we're going to hold off onto that, although I do think the price of the material at the refinery, I think the price is getting worse as we go on, except for the paraffin. The paraffin price should be going up, and sometime in June that price will be good, but I may need to sell it before then. Yeah, I definitely want to use the 7R for planting the corn next month. That's my goal, so I need another $180,000. The one thing I haven't looked at since, well, last fall, really, going through the winter, haven't been doing any contracts at all. We're trying to get the farm just to be sustainable on its own without having to depend on doing contracts for the farmers. And we are sustainable on our own, but I would like the money just to come in a little bit faster. I mean, my goal for the end of the year, this being the last season, is still well within reach. Should not be a problem, I do not think. I think I only need maybe, let's see, $300 for the John Deere. I need about $200,000 for the loan, so that's $500,000. And then I need to buy another header for the combine because we sold the original one that we had that we bought used. I think that's $100,000. So let's just say about $750,000 is what we need by the end of the year. And that's not going to be a problem. I mean, I got $120,000 already. And the refinery is just going to keep on doing refinery things. And once again, I just got to make sure I go kind of slow for the worker behind us. I can't remember exactly how many waypoints the follow me worker can follow, but I think it's like 200 or so. which is quite a bit, actually. can't really see the waypoints. But it's kind of like the same waypoint you see if you ever use Courseplay to have all the markings showing. Each little point is a waypoint. Follow Me does kind of the same thing. It just records the tractor that you're in or that it's following. And just follows in the same footprints. So it's going to take me actually a little bit longer to do this job than I thought. Because I was originally thinking that the tedder worked at 12 or 13 miles an hour, but it might be 9. Of course, I probably haven't repaired the implement in a long time, so that could be making it slower as well. I didn't even see who's working over there today. Who are we working with? Let's go over and have a quick check when they go on through. Hey, it's Frank Jr. All right. Well, he's the least of my problems. Frank is a troublemaker. The ladies never really give me too much trouble. They do a pretty darn good job. The sorghum field also, I would like to plant that this month just to give us an extra month to harvest it and then get it down to the grain mill and process that into flour. So by the end of the year, end of the Let's Play here on American Falls, the grain mill should be through all the grain, I hope, and we can make a good amount of money from that. Let's scoot out of this little corner before the worker comes in here and we collide. Yeah, it'll probably take me about 10-15 minutes to get this field cut and tedded. Won't take us as long to windrow it, though, and bale it. And, of course, picking up the bales won't take us too long either. And then we can get right into planting the sorghum. We'll be using this Fendt 1000 and our horse drill, which I think I left... Where is that? I left the drill somewhere. It wasn't at the farm, because I brought the planter back. Where did I leave the drill? That is a good question. I don't know where the drill is currently. What did I do with my drill? Oh, I have to go looking for that. That's the planter. That's the baler. I mean, I planted oats in here last. I really don't know where my drill is currently. That's kind of interesting. Well, we'll find it. I have found the drill. I had a flashback and while I was cutting the grass, like, alright, what was I doing last episode and where were my last steps? It's down at the store because I brought it down there to top it off with fertilizer and some seed. But while thinking about that, me and Frank Jr. are still working in harmony, turning this grass field into a hay field. Just a few more passes to go, as you can see. And we'll swap out some jobs. We'll put the Fendt on the Fendt baler. And of course, the Landini, I'll have to run down to the store, grab the new windrower, where we will see the drill sitting there waiting to be used for planting sorghum later on. I did double check the working speed of the tedder. It is 9 miles an hour, and currently the damage on it is only at 3%, so that's not going to slow it down at all. It's just a slow-ish process. I don't want to say it's slow. Let's give Frank Jr. some room. Don't want to get in their way, because they will come to a complete stop if I do. And one narrow strip to take care of. And voila, we are done. Turn the front one off. And hopefully Frank Jr. will finish that up. If I get too far ahead, as I mentioned before, they will deactivate, which they may do by coming down here and getting rid of these mowers. But I can finish up whatever he doesn't get to. Sneak around here. Put these right back where I got them from. Yep, the following worker has stopped, got too far in front. That's okay. We got most of the field done. Yeah, the reason also I don't windrow at the same time, like get another worker and have them follow behind us with the windrower. The windrower is like twice the working width of the tedder. So it'd be kind of like putting it, I don't want to say to waste, it's just going to be using more working space than that's required. Alright, and now the baler. I think the baler we bought used as well, but I don't really think I need to swap that one out. Alright, let me go ahead and reset the baler so we know the bale count. Alright, let me jump into the Landini. Almost finished. And I think I got one small patch of grass down here will turn over. Although I think if I were to windrow it, it would turn it all into hay anyways. But let's not take that chance. This was right at the beginning when the worker was trying to find its path behind us. Okay, now we can put this away. Let's put it in the same shed. You know what? I think I put it up here. Yeah, that's where I got it from. I think it was parked right next to the baler. Alright, down to the store, grab the windrower, come back, and we'll set up the same process that we just did. Except this time, we'll be in the Landini, and the Fendt will be following us. So we're going to have a good amount of oats this year. All those will be going down to the grain mill. This field to our right is oats. And the field on the other side of that one is oats. This one's going to be sorghum later on. Don't know if I'll get to it today, but it'll definitely be done this month. And that's the grain mill right in front of us. I think I forgot to sell the flour last year from there. Or was that on the hills of Tuscany? I know I forgot to sell the flour somewhere. Might have been here. Train? Nope, don't see it coming. I still expect to get hit by the train at some point. And there is our drill. We are here for the windrower. Brand spanking new. It won't take as long to make hay bales as it did to make the hay itself. If I go through this whole series without getting hit by the train, I think that would be considered lucky. Don't know how many times I've actually crossed the railroad crossing right there. I'm going to say at least 100 times. Been down to the store quite a bit. Or crossing there to go do contracts and so forth. So I think the next time I cut the grass, I'll probably do hay again in the third cut. I'm not too sure. Actually, you know what? Maybe the second cut, maybe we could do some silage and get into the BGA and get it all processed. That way it'll be done by the time we're done here, so we'll benefit from that. And then the third cut, I could do some more hay. Don't know why the rear ones take forever to lower, but they finally did. Alright, just move forward. And I think the baler is going to have no problem keeping up with us. I think the windrower is going to be the slowest. Okay, and then I think 25 meters is a good working distance behind us. And I'll try to not do as many corners. Yeah, our working speed is 9 miles an hour. We know it's not, the implement's in perfect working condition. It should be, it's brand new. If it's not, then I'll take it up with a store owner. Selling me some old equipment. But nah, it's just its working speed is 9 miles an hour. And I do realize there is a mod out there where I could bump the working speed up a little bit, but I have no problem going at 9 miles an hour. It doesn't seem slow at all. Sometimes it does, when you got a lot of work to do and you're just trying to rip on through it, but it's not going to take me too long to get the field done. And then we can move on to feeding the cows, because I know they're very low on hay. But now we got more than plenty to get them through the year. And I'll have to double check over at the sheep farm to see how much they have over there. So I think I get 2 trailer loads of hay off this field. I can leave 1 trailer load here and bring one over to the sheep and goats. But now we are all set from here on out making hay without having to lease any equipment whatsoever. We own it all.
You're taking my hand, leading the way, staying the night. Looking at you, making your moves, there is no silence. I wish you'd never let go. All this moving in the zone, I'ma lose it out of control. Yeah. Looking so sweet, but you're dynamite. I just wanna dance with you. Feeling that burn, I'm not getting out. Yeah. Baby, you make me lose my mind. Maybe you wanna stay the night. Time goes fast, I don't care. I've known you long enough. When we go, we lose track of time. You and I, we can stay inside. Time goes fast, I don't care. I've known you long enough. I know what I want, know that I care. Nothing can change that. Talk to me, babe, fall for me, babe. Need you to hear me. Never have I felt this way. I hope you feel the same. I'ma lose it out of control. Looking so sweet, but you're dynamite. I just wanna dance with you. Feeling that burn, I'm not getting out. Yeah. Baby, you make me lose my mind. Maybe you wanna stay the night. Time goes fast, I don't care. I've known you long enough. When we go, we lose track of time. You and I, we can stay inside. Time goes fast, I don't care.
I'm actually surprised that I have been having to stop a little bit for the baler to catch up. Thought the baler was working at a faster pace, but apparently not. But I know one thing it's doing is definitely is spitting out the hay bales out the back, which is a good thing. Just got a few more passes to do here. Then we'll have to grab the international truck and flatbed, which I think is over, I would assume at the refinery is where the last I used it. And the only difficulty about having a worker follow behind you with a baler is you got to work your way around the bales that have been dropped. But so far, hasn't been too much of an issue. And like always, it seems like when the baler is headed in the southern direction, it doesn't get the whole swath, but when it heads north, it picks up the whole swath. And the same thing can be said when it heads in the western direction. It does the same thing, but when it heads east, it picks up the whole swath. Kind of weird, but that's the way it is. We'll probably get these leftover swath pieces next time. I may go around and collect some of it if I'm very close to having a full bale being made in the baler. Then maybe I'll go around and just try to finish off what it needs. I'm starting to get too far ahead of the baler. Lower that down. And this will be the last pass I need to make with the windrower. Just kind of cruise a little. I say cruise. I am going at the working speed, which is 9 miles an hour. I want to say last time we made 44 bales off this field. And it should be roughly the same. I mean, it should almost be exactly the same. Alright, perfect. We are done making swaths of hay. Let that fold on in. I'm hoping this will be able to be parked right next to the tedder. Will this fit in here? I'm not worried about the width. I'm more worried about the height. Okay, it is technically hitting the cosmetics of the shed, but there is no collision there. So we're all good. The Landini can just stay right there. And let's go. Whoop, stuck in the wall. There we go. And if we bring up this, 45 bales is what we currently have. But of course, if I turn off the baler, it's going to dump 46 and 47. And I'm about half full. I think I'm going to call that good enough for me. I'm not going to bother to try going around and get the last half. Those swaths may look like they're big enough and I could get another 4,500 liters, but we've all done it. You go around and you pick it up and you realize there's not as much there as you originally thought there might be. Okay, drop off the baler and we'll park the Fendt here as well. All right, the International, I do believe, is over here with our flatbed. Oh, while I'm over here, we'll let the engine warm up just for a second. The Valtra should be over here as well. And we'll give the sheep some more bales. Yeah, we are actually pretty good over here for bales, but I think what I said originally, we'll bring the first trailer load of bales off the field and get, stack pilot for the cows because they're going through it more than the sheep and goats are. And then whatever's left, the sheep and goats can have. Actually, the feed trough looks pretty full. Now they took one bale. They took two bale. Okay, they took all three bales. All right, so maybe it's not as full as I thought. How are they looking, actually? All right then. It probably could use another stack of 3. I did not know they were that low on feed. Probably be better if I put bigger tires on the Valtra. But I'm going to leave the narrow tires on there in case I ever needed to get into a field. And we got to give that one a little bit of a help. There we go. And they took those 3 as well. I mean, they should be fine for quite a while. Actually, I'm going to park right here. That way when I come through with the truck and trailer later on, I should be able to unstack them somewhere. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's go over to the cow barn. We'll take the hay bales out of the shed. I got half stacks over there. And we'll feed the cows with those and then pick the ones in the field. I got the autoloader turned on, so I should be able to zip on through. Alright, so I got more than a trailer load here, which was kind of unexpected, actually. And actually, I think I'm going to try to back in, because I know I can't make that corner at the other end with this setup. If I take this... Oh! Those aren't going to fit under. No! Now let me take the straps off. Okay, get a little bit of an explosion there. It's taking the ones off the back of the trailer, though. There we go. That's one way to do it. And they're still taking bales. These here might be too high. Left shift I will unload. And now we'll auto load again. Okay, the one on the roof. Shake that one off. Is that not... That might not be a full bale. Maybe that's why it's not picking it up. Alright, it's a full bale. I don't know why it's not picking it up. We'll put this in here. Cows are going to take it anyways. What are they on the feed for now? They should be pretty full at this point. Okay. It's only like half full. That's good for about 10 months currently, the way they're set up. So... Alright, let's go in the hayfield. I'll probably just pick it all up and just give it to the cows. As is. Why stack it in the shed when I can just put it in their feed trough? Thank you for autoloaders. Makes this job so easy. I wouldn't mind if I was on a small farm. Like when I was on Solyndra, I'm trying to think, for feeding the sheep, I don't think I did anything with autoloaders for the sheep on Solyndra. think I had an electric telehandler on Solyndra that we used. And electric was fine. The only downside of the electric was top speed is 9 miles an hour. Which at first didn't bother me because I didn't have that many sheep, wasn't feeding them as often. But I think in the end it was starting to aggravate me because I think we had like 2 or 3 pens. And when they got full pens, I had to feed them every month. And it was getting to be quite a bit amount of work. And an autoloader would have been kind of nice at that point. I think what I might do here, when these start stacking, are you going to stack 3 high right away? Oh, you are. Okay. Well, since I already got a 3 stack there, might as well have a second, third stack. Alright, let's see if we can fill up this trough with hay. But definitely the next trailer load. Oh, missed the whole opening at that time. The next trailer load needs to go over to the sheep and goats, because these cows are going to be well off for a full year. Just letting it take the hay bales that are there. Currently stuck. There we go, almost. Alright, well, unload. And then reload. Unstrap. Wait, are they actually full? Are you actually full? The bales are no longer disappearing. 500,000 liters of hay in their feed trough, so they are good. Okay. Let's go ahead and unload those, and then for the autoload to work, restack them. I'm glad that's working today. Sometimes the auto stacker for the bales doesn't show up, and a lot of people have tried. It says the way they get it to rework is detach from the trailer, attach. Sometimes that works for me too, but sometimes it doesn't, and I just can't get it to work at all. So picking up these bales and having them to a complete stop would slow us down quite a bit, but today it's working nice. So as we saw, the cows are using about 25,000 liters a month. So I almost got a year and a half worth of feed in there. But of course the cows are going to reproduce, which means they're going to use more hay. So really I probably got a year's worth of feed in that trough. So next cut of grass, I could just swath it up, pick it up with the TARDIS forage wagon, and bring it all over to the BGA to be compressed, covered, fermented, and made into silage. And of course, put into the BGA. And I think that is all the bales off the field. I think we're good. Let me turn off the autoloader. Whoop, and then strap those in. All right, let's go drop these off at the sheep and goats farm. And they really shouldn't need, I shouldn't have to make any more feed for them while we're here. The next farm manager should be able to do that. And the one thing I should be checking on, because it is April, I need to check on the price of wool. I think I did it last episode and the price was still rising. May, late April, early May is usually the best time to be selling the wool. But we'll have a quick look at it. And if the price is still going up, then I'll probably sell it after we get done planting the sorghum next episode, because that's my next job to do. Actually, I got enough room on the trailer. I can actually pick up the bales that are in the shed here and get ourselves a nice stack of hay bales. Really? I think I've hit that guardrail same way as I did last time coming down here. Trying to get a little bit wider turn into here. Actually, in order for this to work, I'm going to have to unload it. So I'm just going to leave it. Whoop, that's not the right button. I want F1. Unload to the left. And that should be close enough. And, yep, hit that cement post that's protecting the shed. That's why they're there. Alright, stock market page, wool. 1204, price is still going up. So yeah, we're going to wait on that. It does say May is the best time to sell it. I do have $12,000 worth of diesel I could sell this month. Yeah, and these prices here are going down. Paraffin price is still not quite near. I mean, it's only, I don't want to say only, but it's worth right now $24.62. At its peak, it'll be worth $3,700. So if I can wait till July, the paraffin price seems to fluctuate quite a bit. These prices do fluctuate a little bit, but not as much as a paraffin. So yeah, but I'm really hoping to get the John Deere 7R for next episode, so we can start planting with it and getting some use out of it. As for the goats getting milk over here, I mean, it looks like they're starting to get a little bit more over here. Of course, we bought them young, and we don't have that many. I don't actually know how many female goats we have over here, but it is taking a little while to get the goat's milk up and going. I say goat's milk, it's actually classified just as milk, I believe. So, cow's milk, goat's milk, same thing. There is a mod out there that separate the cow's milk and goat's milk. And I think I even got something like that on here. Will it say goat's milk down here somewhere? No, not there. It's not going to show it there. Maybe here. Goat's milk. Yep. And it shows we got 0 liters. Even though goats are making milk, it's just classified as milk. These categories here. I think we did actually goat's milk on East Vineland. Or was that... No, that was sheep's milk. Either way. That's where we're at. So the cows and the sheep are all set. I do need to feed the pigs at some point this month, right? Yeah, so we can take care of that next time as well. They're good on straw. Slurry should be brought over to the BGA. So we got some more stuff to do here in April. And like I said, move on to the month of May, where hopefully the John Deere 7R will be in the fleet. And then we'll start saving up money. And I think the next step will be buy the header for the combine, because harvest season's coming. So that's going to cost us like $89,000. I think, for the same type of header that we had. Then, of course, save up more money and then pay off the $210,000 loan. And I think we're pretty much set after that. Little by little, we will get there. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope that you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one.